So you're moving to Laguna Soon, or you're thinking about moving here and you're looking for a balanced perspective, maybe some reasons that maybe Laguna wouldn't be a good place to live. And that's exactly what I'm going to be sharing in this video. I'm going to be breaking down the top 6 reasons not to move here. Number 6 is really important, so stay tuned. What's up, everybody? This is Isaiah Rosario. I'm a Laguna Beach real estate agent and the host of Living in Orange County. If this is your first time on the channel and you want to learn what it's like to live, play, and move in Laguna or Orange County, then consider subscribing and tapping that little notification bell so that you're updated every single time that we upload a new video here. And go ahead and drop a like if you find the information in this video valuable. And if you're thinking about moving to one of the cities I talk about on this channel, shoot us a call, text, or email anytime. Every single day we get people just like you, they're moving here, and we love it. That's what we do. We help people relocate and buy and sell homes in Orange County. So if you ever need anything, my contact info will be in the description or at the bottom of the screen here. Now, overall, I think Laguna is a great city to live in, and there's not too many downsides to living here, right? But the downsides that it does have are pretty big, and so my goal with this video is to present these downsides and just be real about them, to help you decide on whether or not you should move here. Because no place is perfect, right? I say this in all these videos, but anywhere you go, any decision you make on where to live, there's always going to be a gray area. There's always downsides, right? So yeah, like I said, I love Laguna, but in my opinion, these are the top reasons not to move here, and they're in no particular order. Number 1 reason you may not want to move to Laguna is the high amount of tourism that visits the city. So Laguna is a big tourist destination, both from people in neighboring California cities visiting and from out of state and out of country. People from all over come to check out Laguna's great beaches, art scene and shows, and the surrounding nature. Tourism really picks up around the summer months, which is also where all the art shows are held, and it can get pretty crowded with tourists in the city. Most of the tourism is centered in the Laguna Village area, which is the downtown main part of the city. So when someone says like they're going to Laguna Beach, this is usually where they're talking about. South Laguna is a little less crowded, but you're also going to be living very far down south in Orange County, which can be a con depending on where you want to, or where you need to commute, or where you need access to. But yeah, tourism is big here, which is a downside for most people that want to live here. Keep in mind, though, that a lot of Laguna's economy does come from tourism, okay? So the local businesses here depend on it, and so it's a pro and a con, but it can lead to some other issues like parking. So number 2 reason you may not want to move to Laguna is the parking situation. So in Laguna, and especially in the downtown village center area, parking can be a big issue. If you're just visiting, or if you live here and don't have a dedicated parking spot, you might have a tough time finding somewhere to park for free. The streets for the homes near the village center area are narrow, and a lot of homes or apartments don't have driveways there in that area, so it can be a pain when tourism picks up. This problem isn't a big deal in the Canyon or the South Laguna areas, but most people want to live near the center of Laguna in the village center, and that's where parking does become a problem. It's not an insane issue or anything like that, but it's something to consider when you're choosing where you want to live, right? You should probably ask your potential neighbors what parking is like in the summer months around your area if you don't have a dedicated parking spot or driveway. Number 3 reason you may not want to move to Laguna is the traffic situation. So in Laguna, there's really only 3 ways in or out of the city, since it's surrounded by hills and borders the coast. You have the coastal entrance from the north, the canyon entrance from the east, and the southern entrance or exit along the coast as well. And this can create a traffic problem, okay, especially in those summer tourist months. But even outside of them, getting in or out of the city from like 4 to 7 p.m. can take a while, and it can get pretty hectic in the streets of the main village area. And during those peak hours, it can get pretty noisy in the main village area as well. If you live close to the main beachside streets, you're going to be hearing a lot of traffic at those peak hours. Something I had to mention. Me personally, I prefer a quieter place to live, so this is a big con for me, is the noise around those times if you do live in that area. So consider how you'll be commuting during those times before you decide on where you're going to live. And if you work from home or have a flexible schedule, that'd be a big bonus. Or if you just don't need to leave Laguna to work, that'd be a big bonus to living here because of the traffic situation. So now on to number 4. Number 4 reason you may not want to move here is the subpar education. So don't get me wrong, Laguna still has good schools when compared to other parts of the nation. But when compared to other areas in South Orange County like Irvine or Newport, Laguna's schooling is weaker. If you do have a family and want the best education possible, If that's something you'd like, I'd either recommend Irvine or Newport, as those cities have some of the best schools in the country, actually. Again, Laguna schools aren't terrible, don't get me wrong, but compared to the surrounding cities, the students do get lower grades and aren't as likely to pursue higher education. This obviously won't matter if you're single or don't plan on having kids, but it is something to keep in mind if you do. So now on to number 5 reason. Number 5 reason you may not want to move to Laguna is that the city is very isolated compared to other South Orange County cities. This is part of what makes Laguna its own little unique town, is that isolation, but it can also be a con. For example, there's no big box stores in Laguna, so if you want to go to a Costco or like a Walmart or something, you can expect to drive about 30 to 45 minutes depending on where you stay. For some, this is a pro. Some people want that small beach town lifestyle away from big corporate developments, and for some, they prefer the convenience, right? So it's really up to you and how you want to live, but just know that in Laguna, you are going to be in your own little microcosm or bubble due to the isolated nature and location of the town. Number 6 reason you may not want to move to Laguna is the high cost of housing. So Laguna is an expensive place to own a home. It comes with living on a beach in Southern California. As most of you watching this probably already know, it's expensive down here. And I actually did a full breakdown on the cost of living in Laguna Beach. In that video, I go over the cost of housing, your bills, everything you need to know about the cost of living, and it's in my Moving to Laguna playlist, which I'll link in the description below the video. So go ahead and check it out if you do plan on moving here, because I think you'll find a lot of valuable information in it. So that's it, guys. Those are the 6 top reasons one may not want to move to Laguna Beach in 2021. Like I said in the beginning, Laguna is a great place to live. There's not many cons of living here. The biggest con, in my opinion, is the cost of housing and the tourism, of course, but Laguna's awesome. I love it. I'd highly recommend Laguna overall. But as always, keep in mind this is just one man's opinion, and I hope you found this information helpful. And if you did, please hit that like button, as it helps out the channel a ton. And consider subscribing if this is your first time on the channel and you want to know more about what living in or moving to Laguna or Orange County is like. Again, my name's Isaiah Rosario. I'm a Laguna Beach real estate agent, and if you have any questions or concerns about relocating or buying or selling a home here, my phone number and email will be linked below this video, or you can go ahead and leave a comment asking any questions. So every single day we got people reaching out, hitting us up to help them buy and sell homes here, and we love it. That's what me and my team do. We help you guys buy homes here, so if there's ever anything I can do for you, just shoot me a message day or night, leave a comment, whatever you want. This has been Living in Orange County. Feel free to check out our Laguna playlist below, as well as our other videos, and consider subscribing if you want to see more content. So thanks for watching, and welcome to Laguna.